Hey man, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. We have another game analysis here for you. This match is by Mohammed, and we've done a video for him before, which was the first half versus the second half was a very big difference between the passing accuracy. So for now, I don't want to look at that too much because I don't want to redo the same video. But this is a different match with him, and his opponent plays a 4-2-1-3 formation, which pushes forward a lot. We see that a lot. Still love to play with it though. We play a 4-1-2-1-2, and we start at when we have already scored a goal. So we're a few minutes in and we've scored one, and now let's look at our defense. So first thing here, if you look back, you defend with your left back because you want to make sure he doesn't go down the wing. But your CDM just sits there, right? He doesn't really defend, and in the end, we can't keep Ibarbo from going down the wing anyways. So I would suggest maybe switch to your CDM sooner here already, and then just defend the most dangerous man, which is the shadow striker in this case, and take the risk that Ibarbo will go down the wing with Hernandez. So switch away from Hernandez. And then from there, he doesn't go for the cross because you're still covered, but he's patient, as are you, I might add. You do run your CDM out a little bit too far, and then you have to make a foul with your CB because, see here, you press the circle button. There's not a lot to go there anymore. So yeah, you have to kind of jump in with the CBs and be rigid. Well, it's a risky thing to do. Maybe try with Axe or just switch to your CDM a little sooner, like here, and then stay with him. Don't switch away. Just be more patient. Stay in the center and make sure you cover the passing lanes. That's the only thing I would say about that one. So from there, we immediately have to defend again. You're not rushing out. I love that. Wait for it. Don't go too far. There you go. Yeah, you have to manually pull them back there, right? See, again, I would say maybe, switch to your CDMs there, or your CM in this case, and stay with them. You're very aggressive with your backs. Now, that was a beautiful save. So you switch to your CDM, you cover that lane, bam, and then your CB can come in. So that's essential. If your CDM doesn't make that move there, this one, where you pull him down, you close that gap, now there's no way to go for him. So then you can take over with your CB. This was beautiful. And immediately to the build-up. Oh, nice pass there. Yep. And a cold-blooded kill. Very nice. So that's a 2-goal lead in the 13th minute. And then let's have a look at the next attack. Here you pull Reinders down, who's your CM. You cover the passing lane to the striker, which is nice. See, this shot is... There you got lucky. But this shot is much harder to take. So that's... Here, you cover the striker lane. That's good. Then your CDM finally comes back. And now you're too late to cover the passing lane to the right winger. But that's okay, because this shot is just harder than with Henry from the center. And there I feel you got lucky with the... Let's have another look at that last save. Because I don't think you switched. I think AI switched for you. There you go. See, you're not pressing any switch buttons, right stick or the L1. So the computer switched for you, and you still responded well with Gabriel. So yeah, nice job. Got a little bit lucky, I would say. But hey, luck is a good thing, man. So we lose possession, and then a striking pass off screen. So you switch to your CB, and I think you're maybe hoping to become your left back there, but you become your CB instead. And then he did everything right. You come out with the keeper, and he walks away first and scores it. Yeah, nice goal. Nice goal against, I hate to say it, but it's true. We can only respect your opponent here. And then we skip ahead a little bit to talk about your attack. This is nice on the wing, and you walk back, you take your time. Look at how patient your opponent is there. Almost lost it, but there, good pass to your striker. Now he's defending with his CB, so we can try to pull him out. A bit unlucky there. But both of you are very patient. I love that you play around. You don't want to just rush to the goal. You really want to play the game. I love that. See, and this point gets repeated when we go down the other wing. Also, recycle the ball. You go back, you turn back, you're not rushing. Really nicely done. And nice save. Almost a nice goal. And then the corner, yeah, they are abysmal this year. So you came up with a variant. Oof. Oh, a nice one. I'm gonna try that. Hold on. So you pull it back all the way to not lose possession. I get that. And then you make a play from there. I usually just, cross it in because I just love scoring a header or a bicycle kick. But yeah, you pull it all the way back. And then from there, an easy passing game because everybody is in front. Yeah, nice. Good goal. And then we fast forward to almost half time because I see something going on here with the second man press that I would like to address. I've had my game analyzed recently, and the person, besides saying, "Oh, I don't want to show you it, I don't want to go into all the mistakes, but let's take a few out." I wasn't too hopeful with that. But this was a big one, big takeaway that when you second man press, that person that the second man will pull away from their position to help you out pressing the ball player. But it's much more effective to cover runs with. So you have the second man press is actually the person closest to the ball player, and you will be the second man. So in this scenario, you would second man press with Alexander Arnold, and you would control Bonmati. So that Alexander Arnold will press on the ball so the guy can't come forward. And with Bonmati, you can cover the passing lanes that you think are most dangerous. Instead, now she will keep running until she is near the ball carrier or until you let it go, like what you did. And then again, you're pulling out here, you go to Hernandez, the second man press, and now he's running into where Bonmati is because he's pressing the ball carrier, right? So, and then you're too aggressive with her. That might be connection issues, and then with Alexander Arnold as well. So it becomes a bit messy. So it's cleaner if you use the second man to actually press the ball player, and you yourself cover the passing lanes. I hope that's a little bit clear what I'm saying. I'll see if we have another example where I can show you, because sometimes I think you do it correctly, but in this case you didn't. So maybe a good thing to look out for. And second half starts off again with a lot of aggression in your right back, so in your back line basically. Again, you take the right back out and try to cover manually. I would say just walk back with your CDM and let them position themselves properly. But hey, if it works, it works. It's a bit more risky that your line is kind of, out of position a little bit. And then we make a little jump just a few minutes in. You lose the ball and he takes over again with the long pass that we've seen before. But you switch to your back line. Here, manually switch to your CDM, I would say, because you're pulling your Hernandez out of position. That's how we can make that pass. Otherwise, Hernandez would be on that side where he's going into now, right? And now there's nothing left because your CDM just lets his shadow striker go. And then this is a bit unlucky because I think with Gabriel, by the time you're Gabriel, I will pause it when he gets when you change direction on your controller, but your man just keeps running for a few more steps. But this is here, Hernandez would be on the other side. If you switch to your CDM here, you can cover the run by the shadow striker. And meanwhile, with second man pressing and with Hernandez on that side, he couldn't go there where he's going now. And now already you switch, you see your trigger to the other direction for Gabriel, but he still walks on, and therefore his Pele is free, and that's always a goal. But I must say, in any professional game, your right back would also be pinching here, so you have more support. Because this guy's just standing here a little bit while it's so dangerous. And he's defending the left winger, sure, but that guy's not doing anything. So your back should be, helping out Gabriel in the middle and let them pass to the left winger, then he can cover that. But now he's just out. So it's poor programming too. And then we're on it immediately again. We give a bad pass, but here you defend manually and you do that really well. This is really well timed. Nice work. And then you take your time for the build-up. You don't continue to rush forward. You play balanced. I see that. I play the high line at the moment. Oh, I love playing with Adeyemi. He's so good. This pass is awesome. and then a clear and easy goal. Nice, that's a 4-2. See, at this counterattack, your men run back really nicely, but here I would also use the second man press. Just become your CDM and second man press with your back to slow down the attack and get everybody back in place. And then you just overcommit. Yeah, there you go. So let's look at that again. Here you do it like I say, you're the CDM, you position him, and then you second man press with the defender. But it's risky because you're pulling out your CB now, right? Look at here. Now you're pulling out your CB. But luckily you let him go and he can recover in time to cover that pass. And now I think here you want to switch to your right back, but you switch to your CB. Is that true? Because you L1 switch here, and then you become your CB, and then you walk into the other direction. So you kind of walk him away, because I think you're in your mind you were becoming the right back, but with the L1 switching, it went to the CB instead of the RB. So here's a good example. You are the CDM and you're defending, and then you switch to your CBs. But your opponent is just twisting and turning until he gets a breakthrough. And that will always work. Because if we slow it down and you have to look at your CDMs and your CMs. They're not participating at all. They're like, oh, we're in position, we're standing here. But if you manually switch to your CDM now and pull him back, or to one of the CMs and pull them back, your CBs will actually stay in place and cover the lanes to the goal. So this is why you get this goal against. It's purely because you don't switch back to your CDM or your CMs. And he just pulled out your CBs until there's a gap. Yeah, super annoying goal if you get those against, when he can twist and turn and then pass at the right moment. But it will help if you have your CDM, pull him back so your defensive line stays in position. And then a nice attack. I love how you did that ball roll. And then this pass, this is where it should go. It's just, if you look at your opponent, how he defended that, let's learn from him. So he becomes his CB and he covers, but he pushes with his RB, you see? So that's the second man press, but he covers that inside lane and then he switches to his CDM right when you pass it. I don't know if that's an AI switch or if he did that manually, but it did the job. So now we're running back. This is the wrong way around. I would say make sure you second man press with Gabriel and you become the other guy so you can position him to cover any passing lane that there is. But then you have pressure on the guy with the ball. But you do let go of the second man press in time, so that's good. And then this pass, dude. First you wait, so you're patient. And then you turn in and bam, that's a perfect pass. I love that pass. And honestly, that deserved a goal. From that position, though, instead of crossing, I shoot at the target with Miyama, who's my finesse shot plus. But that's totally worth it because in this game, that's a goal. But yeah, lovely pass, good attack, and still you're pressing him, right? Look at that. You're going for the win. So yeah, good job. And then after such a brilliant attack, you have to defend again. And here I would say this again, your right back is not doing anything. So yeah, it's all very quickly, but if we go back a little and we play again, we should switch to him and pull him back and use the second man press on Gabriel there. Because he's just standing there, right? He just opens up the gap even for the shot to get through. Good save though. Good save. Oh, I'm curious to see how it ends. This is exciting. But I do feel that we gave away too much opportunity to the guy. Even though we had nice attacks, we also gave away a little bit too much in the end. So just remember that defending is basically slowing down the attack so you can pull everyone back who needs to be back. And then, find the moment that he has a heavy touch and then step in. What's your goalkeeper? Oh, that almost gave me a heart attack. Um, okay, nice. So it's a tie. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. A good game. I think we were leading 4-2, so we should have, nailed it there. Thanks for sending it in. I hope this was helpful, and please send me another one, where you incorporate these tips and see if we learn from it. Be lovely to see that. Thanks. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week, man.